Previously on J-Talkshow. How can one be self-developed?
There are lots of ways, It depends on in which aspect of life you want to be developed in. You get it? Maybe being it your mental well-being, being your physical changes, whatever it is. So that already should be your motive.
There are a lot of ways, as he said, you could read books. That is, if you want to acquire knowledge. The knowledge could be from books or from an individual, like it's used to happen from the olden days and stuff like that, where we go to, our forefathers and our foremothers to acquire that kind of wisdom. Also, social media has also given us a very good opportunity to reach a lot of informations. And I would say that, currently the youth are not really, most youth are not really using it in the right way. And then these maps and stuff like discovery of, the world and stuff like, when was it done?
We acknowledge their effort. They did
very well.
No, I just asked the question. I'm just asking the question.
Yeah.
These maps that we are using today,
They can't
the
compete
map
with us.
and
They
stuff.
can't.
And then
They can
I'm
never
asking them a question. They are talking about.
So there are things that have been in place now that can never exist that time. There are satellites. You can actually look at live view of a street or a certain location now. You can't do that on the map.
It's like you guys are talking about tech right now, the accessibility to
We're
tech.
talking about a lot of things.
You are talking about the accessibility to technology.
Well, at this point, I think we
that
should.
is what we have here. We can't definitely talk over here, talk ourselves around without talking about technology.
But then at the end of
one
the
of
day, it's
our
just
reality.
one. It's
It's
just
what we
one
live
of them. It's just one. You can't use that particular one to summarize
then comes the
everything.
question.
No.
What will make us develop ourselves? Mention it.
Tell you, just take technology out of your life
Mhm.
and live in this present, and let's see you survive in this present time.
Can you?
I think why in the rural areas, I don't know living. They are living.
There is light.
That's the
They have
thing. You see?
electricity. They have electricity. Yeah, they have electricity.
I was saying that we would appreciate the previous generation because they
Of course,
created a way
Yeah.
for us. So we
It's like the
cannot.
host agrees with us, yeah.
We cannot just,
We cannot compare.
Yeah, we can't compare.
We can't compare because
Yeah.
there were things they also created that we are benefiting from
Yeah.
today.
Of course.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, keep your comments coming. This argument, I don't know.
It's endless.
It's not yet to end.
No, we have to talk about this off camera. Because of time, let's just yeah.
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 I'm running out of time.
Mhm.
You guys talked about, you brought in rural areas and urban areas.
Mhm.
So let's talk a little bit about that.
Mhm.
Like very short. Let's compare self-development, the two rural and urban areas. Let me start with MJ.
Hey,
Short.
Thank you.
I think he has
Short.
Yeah.
For me,
Mhm.
if I should compare, I'll choose an aspect of it, like developing oneself in terms of, let's say, mental or psychological, focalizing on honesty. If you are to give me someone from this era, someone in the city, and then someone in the village.
Rural area and urban area.
Yeah, or the rural and urban
Yeah,
area.
no
Yeah,
particular
if you are to
aspect.
give me someone from that area, I'm going to really accept what the person in the rural area is telling me, rather than the urban area, rather than the city. Why? Because the city, most of them are liars.
I knew you get it.
Most of them are liars. Whatever they are telling you, they are just joking with your heads. But in the rural areas, you could see honest people. You see people who have developed themselves to be more honest, to learn how to speak. Even when you meet somebody talking from the rural area, from the rural area,
Yeah.
you could see that despite we think they are bush because they can't speak the English, you understand? But then when you listen to them, the articulation of words in their language seems to be more wise, especially their kings and their, their elders and their, the people that are, taking care of them. Rather than this age, these days, our politicians are always insulting. You see a politician speaking and you wonder, are you serious? Did you go to school? You understand? So I believe that the rural area, I will not choose a stand, but I think that the urban area can never ever in this era be more developed in terms of self than the rural area.
Okay, Gabriel.
Yeah, I knew it would come to me. I thought you would. Yeah, for me, I prefer honestly because fortunately for me, I've tasted the rural area and I know how it is, and I've also tasted the urban area. Yeah, no, I didn't say that. So good. So when it comes to choosing a place to stay in terms of me develop myself, I will always and any day choose the urban area, even though he said they are liars. But I feel like even the fact that they are telling lies also gives you some kind of experience to develop yourself. Okay. You learn based on experiences, right? Yeah. So if they lie to you today, you learn from it. If they tell you the truth, you also learn from it. And either ways, you get more when you are in the urban areas than the rural areas. Or it's like I said, I've lived in both areas and I know how it is and what it entails. So any day I would choose to be in the urban area when it comes to what? Developing myself. That's how I put it. So simple.
Sophie.
Yeah. For me, I think how would you forfeit right information, the availability of information or knowledge just because of honesty? Honesty at the expense of getting the right knowledge and a life of ease. Because
people are against me.
For me, it's just impossible for him, and that's the way I see it. For you to just choose. How would somebody choose?
It's weird. I also thought about it. But I just don't talk much. Yeah, because people are telling you lies. No.
Because just without your interaction with people and their honesty, just leave that aside. There are certain amenities that you'll be exposed to in the urban area. That it's a form of enlightenment. It's a form of knowledge moving forward. Okay, this is how the switch works. This is, you have a water heater. This is, you enlighten yourself without even having to interact with that second person. Yeah. But if you're living in your rural area, you're never going to be able to
I'm drinking water from the river.
And it's going to be very difficult for you to survive. Going to the river to fetch water. When are you starting your day? Really?
Yeah, and please, I also believe that certain things can push you to develop yourself. Yeah. For instance, every day I tell people that, look, the people in the rural area, they might have not seen better things. Let me put it that way. Mm-hmm. To the extent that they don't care about where they are. And so they don't push themselves to develop themselves to become better. For instance, when we are talking about self-development, let's say we have a technology. Let's say this technology, if you know how to go about it, you can use it to work. You can be employed. Mm-hmm. But then if you don't know about it, how do you learn it? How do you know how to do it? Mm-hmm. So that means that you will not be pushed to, self-develop yourself in a certain way. Mm-hmm. So I believe in the rural areas, if you see this technology, no, people are making money from videography. Then let me learn it because you've seen it. But trust me, in the rural area, the people come to the village. Excuse me to say village. The people come to the rural areas to come and shoot the video. And so most of the time, they don't stay there for you to learn from it. All you know is that you just pay for their job. But then when you're in the city, you see a lot of people are doing this stuff and they're making money. So you learn. It pushes you to what? To develop yourself.
Have you seen 2016 from Ghana, the Ghanaian movie?
I don't know. 2016. That have escaped me.
Yeah, that's Hollywood. Well, I think you guys have said that. I'm actually being convinced in a bit, but
good.
Listen,
good.
I'm not
gradually.
No, wait. Mm-hmm. But I'm convinced in the way that you guys are talking about accessibility to technology. That is what I want to clear out here. That, when he was talking about, rice cooker and stuff. Rice cooker, it got nothing to do with self-development.
MJ, tell me one thing aside technology that you can use to develop yourself. That's what I really want to hear.
He said a lot of things.
There are things really. There are things to
reading.
No, because if we go to that debate, we would say that without technology there is no self-development, and that's not true.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's one nullifies one. Until it doesn't. So I'm trying to say, okay, book. When you talk about book, in the big city we have book. When you talk about this, we have that. Until we now finally get to technology.
No, but that is what I'm trying to say, that the accessibility.
Also, there are some
we
certain
look at
things.
facts.
Part of
What
the
is
things
there?
you said were true.
Yeah.
I would not like discard everything because, like, having the skill to fish now, for instance, is a skill.
Yeah.
And one who has that skill has developed, has
Exactly.
moved forward. Learning to hunt, for instance, is a skill. If you learn that, you've like gained self-development in a way.
Yeah, I understand.
it's not
Which
just-
I understand, but do you know the problem I have with
David
that?
was a singer.
The
he
problem
was
is
a
that
king, he was a lot
Such
of
people, when
things.
they develop to that extent, they think that they've developed.
You
That
can't-
becomes
you
the
can't-
problem.
You can't tell. When you-
Because in
when
the
you
rural
can't tell.
areas, that's what they believe in, that this family is known for that. Honestly.
It's maybe you can't tell for every rural.
Exactly, I think
You
it
can't
should
tell
be a
for
sin to
every-
generalize.
Yeah, I can't generalize. Yeah, it's true.
And the way you're generalizing honesty to be honesty, like honesty resides in the rural
No.
area.
I was actually giving an example.
I'll give you instance. There was a time that I traveled to the village, and because of the way the transportation was very like ridiculously cheap, a woman was sitting beside me and was like, "This is the amount you have to give him. Don't let him ask you for more because he's capable of doing that because he knows that I'm from the urban area." So
Yeah, you have to-
money.
And it's-
You're rich.
I mean,
It's there. It's there, bro.
That's not honesty.
It's there, bro. It's there.
In the only time, like
It does exist.
in the only time, sometimes you can leave your thing here. I'm supposed to stay in the rural area.
But I said my first. Yeah.
I didn't live there. Actually, I just like visitation and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You could leave something there.
Uh-huh.
You could go and come and meet it. But this generation,
no, it exists.
they'll question. You know what?
They're part of the world that these things still exist.
Yeah, they do. Especially my part of my world.
Yeah, they exist, but it's not
Oh,
that.
yeah,
it's
true.
not that much.
No, if you're trying to talk about theft in
Yeah.
rural area and urban area,
That's-
even in
And
the
rural
city,
areas.
there's a lot.
Yeah,
you
in the
have a
city.
lot in let's take Rabat for instance. Somebody can just
yeah, in
snatch
the
your
city,
phone.
so you are speaking to them. They're not looking at
I know.
Speaking to them.
You are the one that brought theft in.
No,
it.
he was
Yeah, so
talking
but you are
about
making me
rural
win,
areas.
no? Because if you talk about the city, I'm supporting the rural area.
Yeah, you understand.
Theft is everywhere.
Yes, that's
So you can't
yeah,
use
it's
that one
true.
to justify.
Yeah, obviously. But for me, I don't think the accessibility of the things make the urban
Someone should
area
just
more
build a
developed
house for this man
than
in the
rural area.
and will rest.
However,
You rest. Yeah,
however,
you go and finish.
However, I am never going to stay in the rural area
Why?
You see
Huh?
why?
because
You
I
can't
wouldn't-
develop yourself over there.
No.
Savvy.
I wouldn't get access to a lot of things, you know.
To
And
develop yourself.
not to develop, but okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah.
All right. So my last question: why would you advise somebody to develop themselves?
I think Taufik, you have to go for this one.
Yeah, so let's start.
Why would you?
Advise somebody.
The thing is, I think people are of two different categories. There are people who are complacent and lazy. They're not like lazy basically, but they just want their comfort. Anything that would take them out of their comfort zone, they don't like it. They don't want to do it. So those people, they are prone to not develop. And there are some people that are curious. They always want to like know more. Okay, this is an opportunity. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do that. So such people, like their instinct, the way they are built, they are indigenously, like they would seek for things that would make them grow. Like they don't need a reminder to do that.
Yeah.
But for those who are very complacent and they love the life of ease, that's going to be hard. They need constant reminder. They need to listen to podcasts. They need to listen to motivational talks and all sorts. So, but for the other category of people, I mean, constantly, they're always seeking for new things, new adventures, new endeavors to make them grow. So that's what I think.
Yeah, for me. Yeah. I'm not the host, but issue answer.
MJ, let's go.
Good.
All right. So, why would I encourage people to develop it oneself? I mean, as they said, I'll go with what they said. The world is going.
I didn't say anything.
I mean, the world is evolving gradually, and as the world evolves, you try to move with it as it develops. Else, you really find yourself, behind.
Yeah.
And that is in the aspect of adapting to the world. Not everything would you choose to adapt to it. I mean, as some kind of ideologies are coming out. I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
but that's the
I
right
know,
combination.
I know.
But then, there are certain things that you got to, learn or develop yourself in that aspect in order to adapt to the situations that, are going. Example, currently, if, let's say, at first when you're an accountant, it's more of sitting down and working manually. Now we have applications, or we have softwares, that do the job. So instead of you to really focus more on just the work or just the mathematical calculations and stuff like that, I mean, you could also try to develop yourself in the internet way, or you could also develop yourself in a software way, so that it will be easier for you to get a job, or it will be easier for you to get a job. That's all. And then also talking about the aspect of relating with humans. It's also very crucial that we develop ourselves in a way to be able to relate with ourselves. Like, what Tofik said from the beginning, like traveling. When you travel and get experience, you'll be able to develop yourself in a way to tolerate, each other, which is very, very crucial. Else you always be fighting, and you always, be disagreeing and going here and there. And for me, the last aspect of it is also, for the aspect of, what's the name? I don't know how to put it.
Just let it out.
I'll just
Let it out.
Preach on.
Or you keep it. You come later.
Something came to mind. I got an insight from what you said.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna save you that breath.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. It's not. I'm not taking us back to the previous conversation, but there's some certain skills in this present time that are not crucial. They are crucial, but it has become part of us.
Yeah.
Like almost everyone could do that. Like take for instance, operate a computer. Before, like take 40, 50 years back, people go to institutions to learn how to use Microsoft Word. But now it is more like everyone can use it.
Yeah.
It is a basic knowledge for everyone.
Yeah.
So that comparison in one aspect. And secondly, what I wanted to add to why it is crucial.
No.
I don't want to turn into an argument. So just
I get it, but I think he took it from a different, because I was not talking about computer. I was talking about specific softwares.
So
I made mention of specific softwares. You understand? So the computer still doesn't work because I'm making mention of specific softwares, which is very crucial for an accountant to learn, so that you would be able, because banks are no more. It's easy. They are software
that leads me to my second thing that I wanted to say. That why it is very crucial for people to grow personally. It is because a lot of people complain why they don't get raised in their salary, they don't get salary increments and all of that. It's basically because they've not increased the kind of the service that they offer. They can't offer more than that because they don't have more than that. There's a proverb in Arabic that it says, I don't want to say it in Arabic.
Say
It says, fucking shayla yoti. Like, if you don't have something, you can't give it out to somebody.
Yeah.
So that is how it is. So the same thing when you're working in a place on an institute and you're asking for an increment, what do you have? Do you have something extra that you want to add to them to offer for them to increase your salary or your pay? So it's just like that. Anywhere you are in life, you should try, always endeavor to add more. What can I add to how am I? There's a thing that I read some time ago that it says all that you presently possess is because of what you have, like the certain skills or character that you have that grants you all of the things that you have, all of the worldly things or possessions that you have. So in order to get more of those things, you need to have more skills and more qualities for you to have more things. So there's another one that says that the money you have is equivalent to the amount of services you offer to people. So you can offer, the services you can offer are limited based on the kind of skills that you have. So you can offer more if you have more skills. You understand?
Yeah, okay, all right. So, Muta, I'll send you the break like you did for me. And I'll also come to the aspect of, let's say you are a doctor.
Because most of the time I'm talking. Just move my head from side to side.
the women will say that we are fighting.
Okay, yeah.
So
MJ.
let's say you're a doctor. Okay.
Okay. There's no time, right?
Okay.
All right. So for me, they actually just told me the reason why I should develop myself. So you heard it for yourselves, right? So there's nothing much to add. But honestly, in this generation, if you are in existence and you refuse to develop yourself, I'm very, very sad for you, because you have everything there is to actually develop yourself. So this is the moment for you to actually join the stream. If there's definitely, you just have to what? Be part of this, to be part of the next generation to come. You have to just develop yourself, push yourself into it, and then definitely it's going to work. So as for the reason why you should develop yourself, I believe you know it already. There are a lot of self-developing coaches out there that they tell you a lot. It's not what I would say on this channel that actually change your mind. They just actually made me develop myself. So, and I'm looking forward to develop myself. Actually, I just heard that the self-development does not end where you are right now. Be curious, search for more. I don't want to say much because that's basically what's
just something to add. I think we might also be more focusing on the self-development as in the working aspect. But then also we have people that have acquired skills, and then they'll go to a company and then they will embezzle the company's money. And so I believe that in the context of we
Talking about self-development.
I'm not talking in the context of we trying to develop some skills to increase our value in the market, we should also
let's use that as an advantage.
Yeah, and also we shouldn't use that as an advantage, and we shouldn't also kill that humane aspect of ours, especially when it comes to some qualities that are essential not only for yourself but for the company in which you work, like honesty, like punctuality, like all these things are things that we have to acquire for somebody to look at you and say, no, this guy.
But do you think if you are self-developed than others, it makes you better than others?
If you are self-developed,
because that's basically the context you are talking about. Because if I have a skill that some of my workers don't have, some of my colleagues don't have, that means I'm better than they are. So that means that I can choose to do whatever I like.
No.
That's not it.
No.
Okay.
No.
Fine.
The fact that someone is a president of a nation.
I think that's what you are basically saying. But I just wanted it to be clear to the viewers. Okay.
No. For me, I'm saying that
not
whatever
use that
skills you
as
have,
an advantage, because you have the skill, you can choose to do whatever you want.
No.
It shouldn't be that.
No, whatever skills you have, this is a skill that we are looking at the aspect of increasing your value for the job market. But then they are intrinsic.
That's French, right?
Characteristics.
There are characteristics that are within that you would have to also develop. You understand? For you also to maintain because this is for you to get a job, but for the maintenance of you in that particular job, there are some qualities that you have to develop, like honesty, like, certain things that will help you.
So self-development is not only about skills, right?
Yeah.
That means choice of what you have to develop, because those things you mentioned, those values, those characteristics, the punctuality, the honesty, are also things that if you develop them, you also achieve self-growth.
Obviously.
Sometimes some people are not punctual. So if you work towards being punctual all the time, being there on time, that's self-growth.
So you can actually grow something.
I'm not going to lie again till I die.
There are certain things called white lies.
That's not possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
Very, very possible. Yeah. You have to be committed to not lying.
It's possible. That means you don't have to go out. You just have to.
You just have to sleep in your room.
You sleep in there. You just have to. Even with your room, you can lie.
Let me give you an example.
I disagree.
You get a call, and maybe you are not sleeping, but you say, I'm sorry, I just woke up from the bed.
I think once you are committed to saying the truth, regardless.
You would.
You will, because I believe that the reason why people lie is because they are afraid of the consequences.
Yeah.
But when you don't care about what people would say or what anyone would say. I mean, you just
Why
do.
would people don't worry. Don't
So
worry.
you can't.
you
You
never
can't.
like, wait,
I challenge.
It's not like, wait, relax. We ask all of us
The reason why it's to avoid the consequences, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't care
No,
about
many of us must have lied being a kid because we're scared of the consequence of saying the truth.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
But we can growing now. We can commit to honesty.
Obviously.
I just
we are always afraid.
Always say the truth.
To the extent our parents take that as an advantage and lashes. They will say, "Okay, tell me the truth. I will not beat you."
Yeah,
Anyway. So we
your
are always
parents
afraid.
our parents also like.
That was a long pause, right?
All right. That'll be all for today. So just a little to add to what they're saying. Like, don't get comfortable with the normal things that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Avail yourself. Until you avail yourself, you might not know your capabilities.
Yeah.
And that'll be all for today.
deep.
Thank you all so much for watching. Your comments, your questions are
Yeah, we thank you.
very much important.
Thank
we
you
need
also
them.
for having us.
And
We are
please, if you want to
actually
come on
grateful.
the show, like our contacts are on the screen, contact us, just get in touch and we will be happy to have you. Bye.
You should subscribe to the channel, or it's not necessary.
It's unnecessary.
Guys, subscribe.